Shop the Sherwin-Williams 4th of July sale and get 30% off paints and stains June 26th through July 6th. Whether you're refreshing your interior or exterior, we've got the colors to bring your vision to life. And with delivery, getting everything to your door is easier than ever. Shop online to have it delivered or visit your neighborhood Sherwin-Williams store. Click the banner to learn more. Retail sales only. Some exclusions apply. See store for details. Delivery available on qualifying orders.
You're listening to this podcast, so I know you've got a curious mind. Here's a helpful fact you may not know yet. Drivers who switch and save with Progressive save over $900 on average. Pop over to Progressive.com, answer some questions, and you'll get a quick quote with discounts that are easy to come by. In fact, 99% of their auto customers earn at least one discount. Visit Progressive.com and see if you can enjoy a little cash back. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. National average 12-month savings of $946 by new customers surveyed who saved with Progressive between June 2024 and May 2025. Potential savings will vary.
Despite all of the other sensory pleasures, the climax of the experience doesn't come until you get that hot donut in your mouth. Is it like sugar-encrusted air? 59 cents of pure pleasure? Unbridled ecstasy? Some people devour the hot treat and moan as the last bite slips down the throat. Some let the powerfully tasty donut possess them. Their heads loll and their eyes roll at the taste. Others have even cried in joy at the taste, tearing up like a happy bride and groom on their wedding day. That is not an excerpt from an adult novel. It's from Making Dough, an anthology about one brand's road to riches, a brand built on an irresistibly fresh product, a secret yeast-raised recipe, a kitchen-as-theater experience, and an iconic neon invitation, the Hot Now sign, glowing like a beacon to ravenous road trippers that something warm, sweet, and too good to pass up was waiting just ahead. With more than 1,400 dedicated shops across 36 countries, plus shelf space in countless grocery stores, convenience stores, airports, and more, there is no doubt that this brand has risen far beyond the humble donut counter. And that's why this week's On Brand is on Krispy Kreme.
You're all jazzed up, nearly having a cow. You want your favorite show, and it's on right now. It's on Brand.
Welcome to On Brand with Jon and Marisa. I'm Jon.
I'm Marisa.
Oh, nut.
Oh, nut.
Oh.
Wait, hold that O.
Oh, no.
O.
We have O-nuts here? Fresh, hot Krispy Kreme O-nuts? I don't believe it.
Oh.
2 dozen. Babe, I can eat like one.
You know, well, there's a lot of people that live here, but
Tell
there's
me.
also like, they're like, spend 30 more cents and get 12 more original glazed. I'm like, I mean,
They've gotten me
have
in the
to.
last 6 months. Once they sent me a coupon, they're like, assorted dozen of your choice, $7.99.
unreal. That
One
is
donut's
crazy.
usually like $3.
That's
So I
crazy.
got them. I shared some with my neighbor. I think I tossed some. I froze some, ended up tossing those. But yeah, I'll buy a dozen donuts for $8 and waste half of them in this world of need.
Sure. Nothing will go to waste. Nothing will go to waste.
Is
around
that an assortment, I hope? Not just all glaze.
I have one. Well, listen.
It's going to be one box
This
of
ain't
glaze.
my first rodeo. There's one box of glaze and then there's one box of assorted. And we have a lot of 4th of July donuts. So I threw some of those in the assortment as well.
Very exciting. I figured it out pretty quick when you said hot donut, and then you went on to say about things slipping down your throat.
This is an excerpt from the Making Dough, the story of Krispy Kreme's Road to Riches book with a foreword by Dick Clark.
I was
Very erotic.
Oh my God. Can you imagine the thrill they felt when their producer came in and said, Dick said yes? Hey, you guys, did you hear? Dick said yes. He's writing the foreword to our doughy book.
Oh man, what an honor. That is when you know you've made it. When you don't even have to write a book, honey, just write a foreword and you make it on the cover.
You're on a little stamp-sized photo of you. New foreword by Dick Clark.
God.
I'm curious I bet about half of our listeners know who Dick Clark is, half of them don't.
Steve knows.
Dick Clark
Steve's
is...
like, a little young for me.
Steve knows.
My kids like Dick Clark.
Steve's jogging right now, and he's like, wait, they shouted me out again?
He listens earlier than anybody. So if beat his time. Get up before the sun.
I know.
Steve.
He spoils things immediately. He's like, Marisa didn't know what the poem was. So though Zoe, I think, was it Zoe Welch or Zoe Sturr? We have 2 Zoes. Was like, full disclosure, I didn't know that poem either.
I felt a lot of solidarity with I'll call him Dum Dum Army.
Were people like they didn't know the poem?
Yeah, somebody else was like, maybe it's a California thing. I don't know jack shit about the Statue of Liberty.
I mean,
she's a green lady. She came from France.
I wouldn't blame it on California, but I was relieved to hear that you had not written those words because it seemed a little like, I was like, okay. Did you just like put in AI? Like, how sexual can I get with a donut?
That is why it is insane. I'm
surprised they didn't like involve the hole at all.
I know.
And then you just run your tongue around
that hole. Do you think that was Dick Clark? This was Dick Clark's forward?
Oh, for sure. Dick Clark at this point, I'm assuming is retired. He's no longer doing...
Honey, he might be married to a donut for all we know.
He's gone.
I mean, at the time.
At the time. If you don't know Dick Clark, he is the Ryan Seacrest of his time.
Wow. Ryan Seacrest just got to chill down his spine. That is his dream.
He got to chill down his spine because he hasn't had his injection yet today. To look, however, he's one of those ones that I think looks weird now.
Yeah, he's on whatever Joey Lawrence is on.
Yeah, those two, maybe they're like the.
I think it's a helium pump up the keister because it's just an inflated look, right? It's just a.
At one job I had, they called that man head. So like when men of a certain famous men at a certain age would get man head, their head just gets big. Matt Damon got it.
Yeah, what is that?
I don't know, man head.
Like a big man head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man head means something different to me, but everyone has their own definition of man head.
Make it your own.
I'm very excited for Krispy Kreme. That's very exciting. There's a viral video of that lady a couple years ago. It was like, I don't know if she's famous or not, but she's this older woman in New York. And I think I've even maybe brought it up on the pod where her whole video is just like, you've heard of Krispy Kreme, right? Are they crispy? Yeah, no, they're not. And it's just that. And it like got millions of views.
Are they creamy?
No,
not always.
Not really. They're not. They are good. There's few things on earth as good as a hot Krispy Kreme donut.
It's unfathomable how good they are when you get it fresh off the line to where the glaze is still wet and it sticks to your fingers. Oh my Lord.
And this will be my Larry David POV on this. I would say 9 times out of 10 when I'm in line at Krispy Kreme and they do the handout of the hot donut, which they don't do every time.
Yeah.
But they'll do the handout of the hot donut. They skip over me.
Why?
I don't know.
Do they assume you're like the dad of the child next to you and you don't want a donut?
Maybe, because I usually hold the hands of strange children next to me. No, either they like go down the whole line and then right when they get to me, like they're called away or something will happen.
That's very funny.
And I can't even, I'm sure I have at some point been like, could I have a hot donut? Other times I just see.
Have you ever partaken in any of their like, Talk Like a Pirate Day or like I voted sticker, you'll get a donut. They do a lot of fun things like that.
No, I think a voted sticker is probably about as much. I've never done like wear a sports jersey. Now I would. Now that I have the Hollywood Justin one, I would.
Right? You should.
If that ever comes up again. But no, I think Chipotle does that. Like if you wear a Halloween costume. No, I haven't really gotten into that. That's my next era.
Krispy Kreme is one of those places. I mean, it's not like an expensive to get a free donut. It's not like cost prohibitive for probably a lot of people to wait in line on like National Donut Day for 12 hours for one free donut.
Which they're always giving out free donuts.
I know. So it's like, it just feels like that's where I wonder where we've lost our way.
When we got the Krispy Kreme in Burbank, there was a very long line to get into it. And that line lasted for years.
Yeah.
Like it would go,
yes.
It's in like a plaza where there's a Walmart and a Target and a bunch of stores. But the line would go out of the Krispy Kreme parking lot, out of the parking like complex of the whole thing and down the street.
It's like in and out level line.
It is.
Yeah.
I feel like it is finally tapered down, but sometimes you'll go there and that line will be there. I am now, if I go to Krispy Kreme, which I would say I get Krispy Kreme once every 2 months, I use the app. They have a good app. You can order easily. It lets you know if they've run out of donuts. That's what I did.
It tells you when the hot light is on.
Tells you when the hot light is on.
Cute.
That's how I got the Harry Potter donuts. I just ordered them ahead. You just run in and grab them. I'm a big fan of that. But I've always loved everything about them. I like their aesthetic. I do think LA is a donut city. We used to be a donut city before we became a taco city. I think now we're a taco town. But we have a donut shop on every street corner. And a lot of those mom and pop donut shops have really good donuts.
Really good donuts. Yes.
But there's something about Krispy Kreme. It's like, it is a chain, but it's not I don't know. I mean, I also like Pizza Hut. I like there's great pizza here and then there's Pizza Hut. But there's something about it. It's old timey, but still kind of relevant. I don't know if you know, I'm on the Krispy Kreme survey crew.
That's right.
They reached out to me, I'm assuming just me and a handful of their most loyal customers about a year ago. And they were like, hey, Jon, would it be okay if like once a month we hit you up with a 5-minute survey that probably has no meaning at all, and you would answer 12 questions and get nothing out of it? And I was like, sign me up. Like, I will be there.
Do they still ask you questions?
Yeah, they wrote me last week.
Do you answer the survey?
Yeah. What do I get for it? Nothing.
You're not even getting like $5 off a dozen?
Not even like 20% off an order of $40. Nothing.
Real.
Nothing. They're like, and they'll be like, so what do you feel about like, if we were to do a collab with Strawberry Shortcake, is that something you'd be interested in?
Oh
I'm
my
like,
God.
yes, queen.
Wait, is that actually one?
I'm not allowed to talk about it.
You signed an NDA.
No, but I just feel like in respect of the donut.
Sure. And this is a very elite crew. This market research.
But hello, Sharks. What a perfect collab.
That'd
You've
be
got
really
Strawberry
good.
Shortcake, her best friend Lickety Lemon, and Blueberry Bonnet or whatever.
Yeah,
Put them all together, man.
Put them all together.
Did they have a rival? Did they have a Gargamel? Was there someone out trying to pick those fruits? There must have been.
Eat the little girls.
Yeah, I'm going to eat strawberry shortcake. Today is the day I will eat Strawberry Shortcake's head.
Do you remember the first time you had Krispy Kreme? Were they around growing up?
I thought we were going to just say, do you remember the first time you smelled your sister's strawberry shortcake? Honestly, won't forget it. I still salivate thinking about that plasticky hair.
Was that the one that it had the skirt was like a rubbery cupcake and it would pop up? Or is that a different toy that was like a knockoff of Strawberry Cupcake?
That's a different toy. Strawberry Shortcake, I think, just had probably the body of like a doll that
girl.
went out of style like 2 years earlier, and they just reused it for her head. But it was all about her polyester hair that smelled. It's like
so good.
It's like the Madonna Immaculate Collection CD. You find that in a no, was it no, it wasn't Immaculate Collection. It was it? I can't remember. Like a Prayer? Mm. There was a Madonna album that smelled like patchouli.
Yes.
You still come across original one of those in a thrift store. Just the faintest hint of patchouli still in it.
God, that's magical.
First time I had Krispy Kreme, no, I don't.
Were they around in Ohio growing up?
No, we didn't have them. The closest, they're from, I think, North Carolina. And I think that might have been the first time when I visited my friend Sandy in North Carolina. I'll have to ask her, because that's probably... Back in the time, I don't think they were a big chain, so it was probably one of the places where they were like, oh, you're in North Carolina, you got to get a Krispy Kreme.
For sure, yeah.
But no, I don't remember. And I love a hot original ring, but the actual Krispy Kreme one with the white cream is like my favorite. And I feel like I
have one in here for you, babe.
Good, because for a while they got rid of them. And I was like, bitch, your name is cream. Like, you can't get rid of the cream. They kept the chocolate one, but not the vanilla one. Then they experimented with like, they really were like, and I didn't even mind it. For some reason, they didn't want to make the normal Krispy Kreme one that's like a no-hold donut.
Yeah,
so
they were filling the hold one,
They
right?
made a hold donut and somehow put cream in that, which I was like, great, you're getting cream in every bite.
Oh, perfect.
And I think those have gone away. They're always tinkering around with something.
They're tinkering.
And what I like about them, they have their classics. Man, I really have a lot to say about Krispy Kreme.
I mean,
I'm like sweating up. Oh, and what I really like about them is they do have that. They have that issue of like, at any given time, they have 4, which I'm sure you have in there right now. They're going to be 4th of July. It'll either be 4th of July, it'll be Marvel, it'll be Christmas, it'll be Grinch.
Yeah.
They always have a collab or a holiday where they've got 4 donuts that are a little overdone. Not too, but there may be a whole Oreo stuck in it.
I didn't get the Oreo. I got like a key lime pie.
There's going to be a key lime pie.
They'll have getting a little wild.
Their summer pie collection. They'll have their cookie collection. They're always coming up with something. And within those, there might be, something we're trying, but a standard glazed or a standard Krispy Kreme.
I'm laughing because I remember when we were in the drive-thru at Krispy Kreme, we would have to, we can't talk about Krispy Kreme, not talk about this. So I'll just, my history with Krispy Kreme, I remember when the Krispy Kreme opened, I was in high school and it was like a big deal. It was like there was one that opened up 10 minutes away. I had just got my driver's license. Krispy Kreme was the only place I knew how to get to without a map. I like burned it into my brain. When my mom would drive me, I'd be like, okay, get off on Crown
3
Parkway,
turns.
make a right. That was the one route that I locked into my memory. And I would get what I called the golden trio, which is an original glazed, a chocolate iced, and a maple iced. And to me, I mean, I'm 17 years old. I can knock back 3 donuts.
You're like Gollum of SoCal. My precious rings.
Guzzle a chocolate milk and call it a day.
The maple is an unsung hero because I'll see it and I'm like, you, Maple.
No,
and then I'm like,
it's so good.
I'll cut a little quarter of it off and I'm like, okay, Maple. And then like I steal the rest.
Because a regular maple from a donut shop is not full. Everything is fully enrobed. That's what like you like take for granted at Krispy Kreme. There is not an inch that is not covered in that gorgeous silky glaze.
It's glazed first. And the one, if you haven't been, I don't know if they're all like this. I assume they are in Burbank. You can see the whole factory. So
Yes.
while you're waiting in line, when they're making donuts, you're watching the whole assembly line.
Yes, that is not all of them. I'm going to get the name for that. So there are 3 different kinds of stores. There is a Hot Light Theater Shop, which is the factory store format where it has a very large footprint. And that's like where you're like watching them get made.
Yeah.
The fresh shops are, they don't have any manufacturing on site, but they'll get deliveries fresh every day. And then you have the kiosks and the box shops. And that will be like in like a 7-Eleven.
They've started doing they have them at Ralph's here, which is part of Kroger. So they probably have them at Kroger if you're near a Krispy Kreme. And for a while, they were delivering them at like 11. So on Fridays when I would hang out here, there was times I would pop over at Ralph's to get a hot, fresh Krispy Kreme. And they were pretty good. Then they stopped carrying the one with cream too. I don't know what it is with their anti-cream stance.
Oh, interesting.
I need to call them.
We'll have to call corporate.
I mean, Susie Q's are back on the shelf, so I guess
we have you to thank. There was a time, as I alluded to, we were in the drive-thru at Krispy Kreme. We used to get a lot more Krispy Kreme. I didn't know you had been getting it so frequently. We're going to have to put a pin in that, and I'm going to have to discuss that with you.
It's such an easy little
later.
treat. It's like $2 or
bring
$3.
a dozen.
I'm not spending $21.
You're going every 2 months to get Krispy Kreme by yourself?
Yeah, babe.
Wow.
I have a life outside of the pod.
Wow.
You
Feel free
can
to
buy-
share. Feel free to share next time you're passing by Krispy Kreme.
Sure.
I haven't left the house since Monday. So there was a time we were in the drive-thru at Krispy Kreme.
Yes. We were in line for the drive-thru. There was a long line of people behind us. There was new donuts that I didn't know about, and I just wanted Alistair to ask them, hey, what is the filling in this
Was
donut?
Alistair driving?
No.
He was just in the passenger seat. What was it? Was
I mean,
it?
he might have been.
It was. Oh, I bet it was David driving, me in the front, you and Alistair in the back seat.
And Matt was there.
And maybe Matt was there too.
I
And
think-
so we were
maybe
pulled
he
up
wasn't. I don't
and we
remember.
were at the drive-thru placing our order, and John had a lot of questions.
I had like
about
3
the donuts.
questions. What is the filling in this? What's the filling in that? And then on the third one, Alistair's like, would you just pick a donut already? I was like, yeah, once I know what kind of filling's in it, sure, I will. He's like, there's people waiting. The line was not moving. Yes, great memories. You're allowed to ask questions.
You're allowed
I'm
to
just
ask
supposed to
questions.
blindly buy a donut. What if it has something in it that I'm allergic to?
That's a really good point.
What if it had, I'm not allergic to anything.
You're not allergic to anything, but what if?
What if I found out I was allergic to peanuts? Are you opening them now?
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, God.
The boring box,
The
but
money shot.
12 little sweet glory holes.
Let me take a picture with this. Do you want one?
No, because I'll have a sugar crash if I eat one.
Oh, really?
I'll take one.
You're going to just take it to go?
gonna
Babe,
take-
we need a live bite. Have one bite.
I'll have one
Have
live
one bite
bite
on cam. That's just so damn good. It's so damn good.
My hack is if you have a Krispy Kreme that is not hot, microwave it for exactly 8 seconds.
Is that your hack? I think it might say that on the box.
That's my hack. If it says it on the box, because they heard me say it. It's 8 seconds, I think, no matter what kind of microwave you have. 10 is too much, too hot. 8, just right. 5, not enough.
They go down easy.
So do you.
They go down easy. You and me both, sister.
No, they're good. It's a solid treat.
I will say if I'm overly excited today, it's because today is the day we're getting baby chicks.
Say more. You don't have a coop. You're now going to have chickens in your home.
You have to have chickens in your home while they're babies. They're not ready for the coop, John.
For
they
how
need to be
long?
under a heat lamp.
Oh, I know. I watched I
Until they're
Love
like
Lucy.
6 weeks old.
You're going to have chicks in this house for 6 weeks.
I'm so excited. I almost wish I could get them younger to have them as chicks longer. This might be part of like my turning 40 crisis. It's like you just make you've always wanted chickens. Girl, get chickens. I bought a tube top last week. Like, girl, time is of the essence.
Did you have it sent to that lady? How's she enjoying it?
She's loving it. She's
Good.
loving it. I'm getting updates.
I hope she just sends you pictures of all the clothes that you have sent her. Well, that's very exciting. That'll be an
super
ongoing update on how the chicks are. Maybe we'll have chicks. Maybe we can put them behind me.
Yeah, we could.
Are they They'll probably be pretty
They're
chirpy.
very peepy. You love peeps. Don't take them for your bed.
Speaking of loving peeps, saw a video yesterday of a guy from jail who had covered his face in tattoos, one of them being a peep on his forehead.
Why?
No, that's a love of peeps.
You used to write to prisoners. You should get his email.
I've been getting calls over the last month. I've been getting calls from a prison in Ohio.
Why?
It's that whole you are receiving a call from an inmate in blah, blah, blah.
Do you answer it?
No,
Why?
I don't know. After I've hung up twice, it's maybe I should, I was he really wants to talk to me.
I would be too curious to not answer that.
But it's also you don't want to get, you just don't know what kind of can of worms you're opening.
I know, but it's it's not like they can he can't slither through the phone and take you.
Then I would answer. I don't know. Maybe next time I'll stick around and see what he wants.
Yeah, absolutely.
He sounds very gruff.
You hear his voice?
You hear his name, you have a call from...
well, what's his name?
I don't know.
Babe, you are not curious enough.
I'm not. No, it threw me off.
Wow, I'd be dying with curiosity.
But yeah, I did used to write prisoners.
That's cool. Well, do you want to hear about Krispy Kreme?
I guess, yeah.
That's why we're here.
That's what we're here for.
And swallow my donut.
You finish that donut.
1933, Paducah, Kentucky.
Perfect.
We have an 18-year-old named Vernon Rudolph, and he starts working at his uncle Ishmael Armstrong's general store. Ishmael, don't hear that name anymore. It's a good one.
That's a solid
Call me
name.
Ishmael. His uncle recently acquired something very unusual, a secret recipe for a yeast-raised donut from a New Orleans chef. The name Krispy Kreme came with the recipe. There's a little bit of mystery as to where the recipe came from. Some people say it was a French baker from New Orleans. Some people say it was an Ohio river barge cook. It's a little bit of donut lore. I don't know if we're ever going to get fully to the bottom of that, but
was it purchased? Is this a stolen history?
It was not a secret recipe. It was happily shared at this point. At this point now, it is a very secret recipe. It's literally under lock and key.
I would hope.
2 people own the keys. It's in the headquarters. So nobody knows how they're made except for the 2 people who have the key.
Those 2 people can never fly together.
They can never fly together.
I
know, I do too. So the name Krispy Kreme came with the recipe. I found that to be interesting.
We should do that for the pod. We should never fly together. If one of us dies, the pod should go on.
The pod should get with who as the co-host?
AI.
Okay. Just upload all of the previous transactions.
Mm-hmm.
I love peeps and totes. People are honestly, I can't tell the difference. Have you gotten any more Trader Joe's toast, by the way, or is that it?
Babe, we're talking about
but just
Krispy
a little
Kreme.
pin,
We are talking about
okay, that means yes.
Krispy Kreme.
So the recipe likely consisted of fluffed egg whites, mashed potatoes, sugar, shortening, skim milk, and flour. Which I found interesting, potatoes, I guess they're in buns, but that to me was a surprise. I didn't expect to hear potatoes in that recipe list.
The South is always surprising us with ingredients, but the number one ingredient in my grandma's fudge?
What?
Velveeta cheese. And it was good fudge. And it was brick of Velveeta cheese, cocoa powder, boom, fudge.
There are so many of those Southern recipes. I don't understand. That one where you can just pour a can of 7-Up into a cake and it bakes regular. It's eggs. What the can of soda is replacing is eggs and oil.
Eggs and oil.
And you are replacing it with soda, something that has no fat.
Carbonated
and
water.
Sugar.
And syrup.
People are it's great.
It's the best cake I've ever had.
Wild. Now it's 1934 in Nashville. So the uncle and the nephew, they're moving south. They open a donuts-only shop on Gallatin Road, the Krispy Kreme Donut Company. Vernon's dad quits his job to help them out, and it's kind of their little family business. By 1935, business isn't doing great. The uncle splits. He returns back to Kentucky. The nephew, Vernon, he wants to buy it, but he can't afford it. His daddy says, you know what? My general store is closed because I did a bad job. I'm going to borrow money. I'm going to buy this donut shop and I'll have it as my family business. So now his dad owns it. He's the son working for his daddy.
Is that what he told the bank?
Yeah, I think so.
I had a store. It did not, I'm going to be completely honest with you. Did not do well. Closed.
I blew it.
But I would like to borrow just a little bit of money.
You know what? You have kind eyes, yes.
It was the 30s,
for you, yes.
Different time.
No wonder, coming out of a Great Depression. Sure, why not? So now it's still a family business. It's his dad's company, and his brother joins too. So Vernon, he's working for his dad instead of his uncle, but he wants his own shop. He's standing on a street corner. It's now 1937. He's standing on a street corner in Peoria, Illinois. He's broke. He's out of options. He's sick of working for the family. He wants to have his own Krispy Kreme. He pulls out a pack of Camels And he notices that they're made in Winston-Salem, North Carolina.
So we've got this twink standing on a street corner, poor, looking for money and smoking. This could go in a couple of different directions.
Right? I know. John cruising by on his 1930s horse. Clip, clop, clip,
Clip,
clop.
clop, clip, clop.
Hey, boys. Need a light. So he was thinking, this is his logic here. He says, a town with a company producing a nationally advertised product has to be a good bet. Sure. Why not? He loads up a 1936 Pontiac with two of his friends. They have $25, all the money they have left, and they drive across the Appalachian Mountains.
Wouldn't a 1936 Pontiac be like a brand new Pontiac? Right. You're making that sound like it's like a 70-year-old car. It's like
straight off the lot.
The year we're talking about.
I mean, honestly, that might have been the name of his horse. I don't know. It might have been. That might have been the year the horse was born. It's a 1-year-old horse. Let's just say that. So they arrive in Winston-Salem and they are broke. They rent a building at 534 South Main Street. If anybody lives in Old Salem, I encourage you to do a walking tour and visit this spot. Directly across from Salem Academy, they convince a local grocer to advance ingredients on credit. This must have been some charismatic boys. They're like getting money from the bank. It's like, hey, I'm new to town with my two buddies. We're completely broke. We want to start a donut company. Can we have some flour for free? Blink, 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 blink.
Well, it's also like such a different time because, I mean, I know we joke about that, but it's not like there's a donut store in every corner.
True,
They're like, a donut store. Yeah,
like,
I guess.
I'm listening.
Like, maybe we will get money for that.
Yeah, maybe. So on July 13th, 1937, Vernon Rudolph makes the first Krispy Kreme donut. So this is he's on his own. This is his own store. This is where the history got a little confusing. It was always called Krispy Kreme, and his dad had a couple smaller locations. This is where, if you look at the Krispy Kreme website, it's like 1937 is when the story begins. They're not counting any of Daddy or Uncie's rinky-dink little donut shops as the Krispy Kreme story. So this is when the Krispy Kreme story officially begins, July 13th, 1937. Deliveries go out to wholesale to grocery stores, which is a funny full circle because, like you said, they're in Kroger, Vons, Albertsons, everywhere, 7-Eleven. They have the backseat out of their Pontiac, or I guess the horse's ass. They have a delivery rack installed. Him and his two friends are making runs through the night. They're making donuts from midnight to 4 a.m. The smell of the frying dough is drifting onto the street out the door of their little factory.
It's like a cartoon.
Yes.
The sweet smelling little hand.
Yes. The R.J. Reynolds cigarette factory is right next door. So those workers are passing by on their way to work. They're seeing that little Pepe Le Pew, scent trail.
Stand right in the middle of those two things, man. You got cigarettes coming in over here. You got Krispy Kreme coming in here.
I know. What a time to be alive. A time machine. Go back.
I'll put it on the list.
So the factory workers are walking by. They're smelling this delicious scent coming from inside. They're knocking on the door. They're like, what are y'all making? Like, we want to buy some. That happens so much that Vernon cuts a little hole in the wall.
A glory
outside,
hole.
a little glory hole, a little circle, and then a little square up above. And he starts selling donies just straight out that window to the people passing by in the morning, which is interesting because that is now such a big part of the Krispy Kreme story is like, you're watching them get made. You're kind of participating in the making, the hot, fresh. It's all very true of how the story ends up going.
I like that the beginning of the Krispy Kreme website of like our history is like it started with a glory hole.
Right. Do you think his dad is reading that website from heaven and like
no, did I? Sure, but it wasn't.
I know, it's wild. Late 1930s, their Winston-Salem shop is becoming the most successful of all the family locations. So those are kind of like falling away. And so they are basically starting to expand rapidly. By the end of the decade, they've opened several more shops beyond the original family four. And they're run as a mix of partnerships with local owners and early franchise arrangements, which is, I think of franchises being so 90s, but like 1930s franchise.
Yeah.
Who knew?
I think McDonald's was a franchise.
That's true. Did it start out as a franchise?
I think
so.
I don't remember the founder very well, but that was also like 20 years.
Yeah, that was 50s,
15
right?
Or 20 years from
well,
now.
the time machine, you'll get a firsthand look at that. So the model is very informal. Operators get the Krispy Kreme name and the recipe, and they agree to make the donut the Krispy Kreme way. That's kind of it. There's no manual. There's no like brand standards document. Now, if you're trying to do a franchise, it's like everything is, there's no like room for like creativity. It's pretty, but at the time then it was like, here's a recipe, here's a handshake, call it a Krispy Kreme, call it a day.
Now, do you know the donuts that they were making at the time? Was it just the glazed donut? Was anyone questioning? They're not, that lady's right. They're not crispy. And I am assuming that there weren't cream at the time. Was anyone questioning the name? Do you know what the offerings were in these early stores?
I believe it's just the standard glaze.
Yeah.
Yes, at this point.
Right.
So the informality of the arrangement with all the franchisees and all the store owners creates a consistency problem that drives Vernon mad.
Well, that's supposed to be the whole thing with franchising in general. It's
right?
all supposed to be about consistency.
Exactly. And for him, he seems to be a complicated man. I don't think he's very nice. I don't think he told his son that he loved him only one time. He's like one of those kind of dads.
That's in the Krispy Kreme Our Story.
I read an interview with his son because when he died, he like left a note that was like, read this when I'm dead. And it was like kind of like giving him like business advice like to his son. And he was a tough nut to crack. Like he would like, whip his son with a belt, like if he misbehaved. But it was a different time. Different time. He seems like a tough nut to crack.
I got spanked in the 80s. Did you ever get spanked?
No.
You never got spanked?
I never even got sent to my dang room.
Okay, everything's starting to make sense.
You think I need a spanking?
I was strictly disciplined, and look at me.
Bend me over and give me a spank. See if it changes anything.
We would have to, I mean, listen.
Patreon tier watching me get spanked.
$25
whips
per
me into
spank.
shape.
I loved my parents, and I now see them just as human beings trying the best that they could. They had 5 kids.
Yeah, unbelievable. If I had 5, they'd be getting spanked.
Yeah, but we got like spanked. Like we had to pick I remember having to pick my belt.
I have told that to my children a day where they're being like particularly obstinate, not listening. I'll say, do you know what? When John was a little boy, when he was misbehaving, he had to pick the belt that he would be spanked with. And they're like, no, they can't believe it. They think spanking is like, it like went the way. It's like from the 80s. Like no one does that anymore. Maybe they still do.
I remember my mom spanked us once with one of those like paddle balls that had like this rubber band with the ball like attached to it. And it's just balsa wood. So that broke. Oh, God. And then that made her more mad. And then I remember one time my grandma was going to spank, I think my sisters. Oh, grandma, she's so cute. And she's like, put her over, either me or them over her knee, lifted her hand up really high. And we're like, oh God, here it comes. Grandma spanks. And she brings it down and just gives us like little love pats on our butt. And it was so sweet.
Did spanking hurt? Did it hurt? Or was it just kind of like?
Yeah. Get hit with a leather belt? Yeah. Did I pick a leather belt? Yeah, that's all he had. He didn't have like a nice cotton J. Crew belt. Which leather belt from which Flossman's leather belt do you want to get hit with? Yeah, it hurt. You know what my grandma spanked me for at her house? She had, I may have told this story before. She had wallpaper in her dining room. My grandma, by the way, who served us coffee at like age 5. Like a cup of coffee with milk and cream, caramel cake, fried okra. And her dining room had wallpaper on it that had fruit all over it. Her bathroom had wallpaper all over it that had toilets on it, and all the toilets said Jon on them. So I was like, oh, that's so cute. And I'm sad I don't have any of that wallpaper.
Cut out a square when the house is sold.
I did, and it was a whole thing.
Oh my God. Did you really?
Someone made us put it back. I can't go into that story. But my brothers told me that the fruit wallpaper in her dining room, each one tasted like the fruit that it was.
Oh, very Willy Wonka,
so
snozzberries.
Like, no, it really does. Go lick it, John. I was like, it does not. And I'm like, lick it. So I like tentatively walk up to the wall and lick the wall right when Thelma walked in the room.
Unbelievable.
She's like, what are you doing? And then gave me my little like love tap spank.
Oh my gosh, how funny. The things my kids lick in my house.
I know.
I'm going to start spanking.
That was the first of many licks I got spanked for.
Some consensual. So this inconsistency issue is driving Vernon crazy. As I said, he's maybe a bit persnickety. Maybe he's a double Virgo like you. But he has his idea of how he wants his business to be run. And
wait, are you saying I'm a bad man?
No, but that you are.
This all started off with maybe not so nice.
I'm giving him a little grace now that he just wants it to be consistent because people are they're saying Krispy Kreme donuts. Who knows what the hell they're doing? Like he gives them the recipe. They could be mixing Cocoa Puffs in there for all he knows. He wants it to be very consistent. So as the franchises are spreading across the Carolinas and Southeast, Vernon is noticing that each location is making donuts slightly differently.
You have
despite using the same recipe.
You have to give them the ingredients. You have to give them exactly how it has to be done.
You would have been a great business partner for Vernon. He hated this. So his fix was to build a central plant that produces a standardized dry mix, so everything is pre-incorporated, and ship it to every store. So they're not having to measure their flour or their whatever. Everything is all pre-prepared for them to then mix with the wet ingredients. Then he goes even further. He invents and manufactures a proprietary donut making machine called the Ring King. Your nickname in high school.
Okay. Hey, Ring. That's mine now with my ring from Jeff.
Oh my God.
I'm still the Ring King.
You are. He installs identical versions in every location. He also hired engineers to develop Krispy Kreme's own donut cutter proofing system, which if you look at this, you can see these machines. These are very similar to his original invention. The proofing system where it like rides on that little ride up and down all the donuts. It looks like like bicycle chain. They go on their little ride before they go in the fryer and they flip. He invents the fryer. He invents the glazer. He built an entire...
Wait, he doesn't invent the fryer.
Well, the way that it goes on that assembly line. This is his like original idea. He built this entire factory ecosystem because the current commercial market didn't have these products. And as I said, an updated Ring King system exists in every Krispy Kreme store today that has the factory. So if you're looking at that, you're looking at Vernon's his frustration and what came of it. So by the late 1950s, Krispy Kreme is in 12 states. By the 1960s, the consistent physical identity kind of takes shape. That's the green tile roofs, what they called their heritage road signs. That would be like this classic kind of 50s sign on the side of the road that's like Krispy Kreme donut. It's just like looks so classic.
I'm a big fan of their graphic design.
Their branding is superb.
It looks vintage and new at the same time. I love the font. I love there's a little dot in there, isn't there?
For the eye,
there's a dot in the eye. Doesn't that dot go in like the K?
Swoosh has a dot, inside
I
the
love
swoosh.
that. I love the green and the red. I love the little dots all over it. It is really good.
It's really good. And it's just timeless. So this is exactly as it looked in the 1950s. Nothing has changed.
It feels like it. Like those dots are like giving Jackie O.
Right? I know.
You could easily see this in the 50s and now. I mean, it's up there with Coca-Cola-ish, but Coca-Cola's been around twice as long.
But why update it? I mean, it's just so perfect. It's so iconic. So this is, like I said, they started to kind of get their brand consistent now. They really leaned into getting all the locations to look identical, which I never really noticed that they all do have that similar building. But yeah, they're like, they aim for them all to look very similar, have a really strong branding perspective.
I feel like I've only seen maybe 3 Krispy Kreme buildings in my
Really?
life. I'm not somewhere where they have one now in Westchester, where I went to school in Ohio. And then we have that one in Burbank, and every other time has been like in a grocery store.
There's one in Pasadena, but yeah, if you see a store that's littler, it's probably one that just gets them brought in every day, which that's fine too.
That's how the one was where I got the Hogwarts donuts. It was inside of like I think they've shuttered them all now. Amazon had Amazon Fresh.
Oh yeah,
in Pasadena, and there was a Krispy Kreme in there, and that shuttered. So I assume that Krispy Kreme is gone.
Yeah, probably. A large store at this point can produce up to 12,000 donuts per hour. The glaze is applied at exactly 120 degrees Fahrenheit for ideal consistency and shine.
I like a hot glaze.
God, it's so good.
It's so hypnotic to watch it. It is really, I'm fascinated just by assembly lines.
I know,
and
right?
How people, it's like, I used to love that show.
How It's Made. Mr. Rogers.
No, that one with Mark Summers.
Those are still on. You'll still find them on Food Network.
Mark Summers.
He's great.
We got to think of that name by the time this is done.
People are pounding on their radios listening to us.
Yeah.
1973. Vernon was a heavy smoker. Doctors told him to quit. And he switched to filtered Benson and Hedges from unfiltered Camels. He switched from bourbon to beer. But in the end, Vernon Rudolph smoked and drank his way into an early grave.
But in the end, those healthy choices came far too late.
I saw he died at 58 and I was like, wow, too many donuts. Apparently he didn't even eat the donuts. He just drank and smoked like a chimney. And eventually it took him out.
Fun fact, Benson and Hedges cigarettes were like the gay cigarette of choice in the 90s.
Oh, wow. Cool.
Because there was something a little like, I don't know, dapper about them.
Interesting.
Were they this? They might have been.
Were they skinny?
They might have been skinny. I don't remember, but they were definitely a gay fave.
Do you think he was secretly in the closet? That's why he was so hard on his son.
And his first major invention in the store was a glory hole. Curious. Yeah. I would say he's at least curious.
I'll have to call up his son and get to the bottom of that.
Yeah. His son's still alive?
Well, this was 1973 when he died, so I feel like his son could still be around.
That's 50 years ago.
Nope.
His son was on the street in 1937. He's 114 years old.
I'll get him on line one. Ask him the important questions. So his son was supposedly intended to like inherit the company, but there were like consultants who were running it for 3 years after his death. And then it was purchased by Beatrice Foods in 1976. Beatrice Foods, a Chicago conglomerate, and they changed the donut recipe to cut costs. They add sandwiches.
I will say there was one moment I went to a pop-up right before COVID, I feel like. KFC was doing hot donuts with like chicken tendies.
Okay, yeah, I remember you went to this.
Whew, that was good. I feel like it was only probably good at the pop-up because they definitely put best foot forward. Like those were chicken tenders I have never seen at a normal KFC.
What was the donut?
It was like a glazed donut, and you eat the two
where
together.
They got it from because they weren't probably making that at KFC.
I don't know, but man, a donut, it's like chicken and waffles.
Sure.
Chicken and donut, not a bad combo.
Sweet and savory. Well, make a sandwich with a Krispy Kreme. That might be good.
Unless they're making like club sandwiches and like tuna
I'm
salad.
imagining 76. It was probably like egg salad and like...
Egg salad, one sheet of iceberg lettuce.
Exactly. Cottage cheese in half of a pear.
Half of a pear. One tomato slice, a beefsteak tomato.
That was I imagine it's like pathetic 70s food.
Yeah.
They changed the roadside. They tried to like change the branding.
What is it with, I mean, I guess like
so dumb.
I mean, if you acquire a company that's not doing well, sure, I can see you're like, we're going to make a bunch of changes.
Sure.
But if it is doing well, just leave it be.
The franchisees were not happy about it. They were like, what are you doing? Like, we're a donut company. Why are we pivoting so hard?
Yeah.
So then we have Joseph McAleer Sr. He had been running Krispy Kreme stores in Alabama and Mississippi for years, and Vernon himself had trained McAleer in donut shop operations at the Pensacola, Florida shop in the early 1950s. So he was trained by the Big Daddy himself. And when Beatrice Foods in 1976, they eventually did put the company up for sale in 1982, McAleer gets 21 fellow franchisees, and they all pool their money together to buy the company. So this is like a really cool. They bought it for $22 million. So obviously between the 21 of them, they had pretty deep pockets. But I think that's really cool. It's like people who cared about it. They're invested in the brand. They want to take ownership back. They're furious at what has become of their beloved Krispy Kreme.
Good for them.
Immediately he says, okay, revert back to the original donut recipe. The roadsides are coming back.
Sandwiches are gone.
Sandwiches are gone. We're going to refocus entirely on the hot donut experience. Doi.
Do one thing great instead of 4 things mediocre.
Exactly.
Has Top Chef taught you nothing?
Exactly. So it's still 1982. Now we're in Chattanooga, Tennessee. Bob Glidden is 31 years old. He's a general manager of the Krispy Kreme on Brainerd Road. His store faces a busy intersection with a traffic light directly out front. And every few minutes, cars sit stopped at the light. They're staring directly at his building. And Glidden sees a captive audience. He has the idea, what if there was a way that I could show people that are stopped in their cars at the light that the donuts are hot now? He writes to corporate. He's like, what do you think? I have this good idea. They reject his request for a neon sign. He says, I feel that this idea is so good, I'm going to do it on my own. So he walked across the street to JCPenney at Eastgate Mall, and he bought a 3x5 foot window shade, like the kind you can pull down, push back up.
Eastgate, wait, what state are we in right now?
We are in Chattanooga, Tennessee.
Okay, there's an Eastgate Mall in Cincinnati.
Oh,
too.
that would have been fun.
Yeah.
So it's a window shade where you can pull it down, push it back up 3x5 feet. He had a sign painter write hot donuts now in big red block letters. And so when the line was running, the hot donuts were coming up. He would pull it down. It would say hot donuts now. When there weren't any hot donuts, he would push it back up.
Love it.
And that was like his proof of concept. I just got chills. The first week, they had a 60% increase in sales. And corporate is seeing that. They're like, what's going on? Why is this Chattanooga, Tennessee location? It's pinging through the roof that they're having such a huge increase. It's like, well, this idea that you rejected, look what it did.
Enter Matt Damon. Oh, I'm glad that you asked
Bob
that,
Glidden?
Roger.
I love that.
I'm glad that you asked.
Corporate asked Glidden to make 5 more signs for other stores in the division. Adding the word now was Glidden's stroke of genius. He had seen other signs. You drive all over town. You see hot donuts, hot pizza, hot whatever.
Soon.
Adding now makes it feel like time is of the essence. Like you're going to miss it if you pass by. They're not going to be hot in 20 minutes. He also devised a method of adjusting the production line to match retail demand during slower shifts. So there'd be enough donuts to keep the sign on without overproducing. And his formula I still don't even understand how he figured it out, but his formula is still used in Krispy Kreme today with what time it says. They don't just like make donuts willy-nilly. It's very specific, like when they increase production, get the hot now sign going. And it's all based on his genius. The window shade becomes the neon sign that we know and love, and it is spread company-wide.
And were they giving, forgive me if you said this, when that sign is on, are they just letting people know that they're hot, or had they started the, like, you get a freebie?
They're just letting people know that they're hot now.
Because now it's like, I'm sure you'll get to that, but it's like, oh, here, taste that, you get one for free.
You know what's funny? That is not consistent. It's not like, I don't think it's like company code that you get that. I think it's just kind of almost like dependent on like the mood of the people working there. Because it's
maybe
not,
if the line gets a certain length or something.
Probably, yeah. Because everything is like so down to the way. I think if it's like a really busy, they probably wouldn't do it.
So it's basically like early limited edition.
It's a drop culture.
It's drop culture.
Yeah, exactly.
So they don't want that sign on all the time. They want you to like get really excited knowing that it's coming on or anticipating it.
Because you don't know when you're going to see it again. It feels special. And so that's like using it in the app. Now it's like, oh my God, I wasn't planning on getting Krispy Kreme.
Yeah.
But I'm 2 minutes away and it's hot now. I kind of have to go.
They should, on the app, they should have it so you could set it so it pops up on your lock screen.
That is really smart. They might have that in there.
They might. Just a steamy hot donut.
Oh, I love that. This kind of bums me out. So Glidden created the Hot Now sign, which is such an iconic part of Krispy Kreme's branding. I'm sure you could add up billions of dollars of revenue that this one change alone has generated. When Glidden retired after 45 years with the company, there was no announcement. There's no recognition, no thank you. He's not like acknowledged like by the company as being like the creator of this genius idea.
That's a hazinga.
It's a hazinga.
I don't get not celebrating people that, I mean, there's companies that do that. I know Nike, for the woman that made the swoosh. Like, she notoriously got paid a pretty small amount, but I think over the years they celebrated her, and like when it hit like a certain milestone, I think they gave her like a diamond swoosh or a bunch of money or something.
I feel like Glidden should be getting like a Swarovski donut or something. I mean, good for him. And he did get a shout out in the Making Dough, the book with the foreword by Dick Clark, and he quoted that. He was like, I was mentioned in the book that has a foreword by Dick Clark. And so that felt really good. But as far as like the company acknowledging him or giving him any special like compensation for that, nothing.
That's a drag.
I know. His dad said to him, because he was expressing his frustration to his dad was like, you always know that you did that. And like, that's all that matters. It's like, well,
is that all that
$1
matters?
million bonus might be pretty nice too.
Yeah, maybe some free donuts for life.
I would hope he gets free donuts for life.
One of my favorite moments of this podcast is still when we had the Hogwarts donuts.
Unbelievable.
And I was like, mine should be green. Yours should be yellow. What was your Hufflepuff? I don't know what their color is. Yours should be Hufflepuff. And I literally chills. When we both bit into our donuts.
Crazy.
And like how we decided to pick them, like however it played out. And I bit into a Slytherin donut and you bit into a Hufflepuff donut was like unreal.
Unbelievable.
I feel like if that was like a live television show, the producers would be like, we couldn't have planned this.
I mean, we should be like in a commercial for Krispy Kreme.
We should be in a commercial for Krispy Kreme and whatever new Harry Potter adventures out there.
I agree.
Yeah.
Our telephone lines are standing by.
That should definitely be in our compilation.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure. So now it's the 90s. We're expanding nationally. New York City in 1996, California in 1999. I know it made it down south in Orange County to me in the early 2000s. The brand has genuine mystique in regions that didn't have it. So it's one of those places where like, if you know there's a Krispy Kreme 2 hours away, you'll drive to try this thing you've been hearing about. If you're visiting a family in another state that has Krispy Kreme, it's like In-N-Out Burger. Like it's a destination to try this thing that's become larger than life.
And that's why when it opened in Burbank, I think people lost their minds for it.
Oh yeah, lines are on the block because people have heard about it. It has like a lore, which is could a brand hope for anything better? April 5th, 2000, we start seeing NASDAQ. We start seeing New York Stock Exchange. My brain turns to mush when I start hearing about $50 all-time high, 135% gain, 2-for-1 stock splits. You know what this means. You're a Wall Street guy.
I know BOGO.
I know BOGO.
BOGO, yeah. Oh, it's a
Payless
BOGO
shoe
stock?
source.
Yeah.
So Krispy Kreme has a lot of pressure from the public markets. Now they're a publicly traded company. They expand aggressively into grocery stores, gas stations, convenience stores. They're pre-made. They're not hot. They're not fresh. They're just boxes of donuts next to the Gatorades. So the thing
They're
that made
actually
them
usually next to like when you select your own bagel or you're like,
the hot dog roller.
No. Oh, you're thinking of 7-Eleven. I'm thinking of the
7-Eleven.
grocery store.
Okay.
7-Eleven here has their own donuts.
Oh, they do. You're right.
They don't have Krispy Kremes.
You're right.
Not to get nitpicky, but they don't have Krispy Kreme. See, and neither does Vons. It's just Ralph's.
Not Albertsons?
Not at Albert. Vons and Albertsons are the same thing.
Okay, wow.
And so is Pavilions. Those are all under the Albertsons
So if you're in
umbrella.
California and you want Krispy Kreme, you have to go to a
Ralph's or Krispy Kreme.
Or Krispy Kreme. They're not in any other grocery stores.
Not in LA. Maybe outside of LA they are.
They're
in a
at
7-Eleven.
LAX.
Oh, they are?
I think, yeah, I haven't seen them at the airport.
And also, if you're in LA, check out Randy's Donut and get the Crondy, the little square cronut. Oh,
I love a cronut. That was one of those like hypey, buzzy, I feel like pre-viral because it wasn't like social media, but like cronuts are really good.
I wish Krispy Kreme had a standard cronut that they
should.
did.
They really, really should.
A glazed cronut, man.
That would be really good. So they're doing their rapid expansion to try to satisfy the market for the investors. There was a little bit of a scandal with the two CEOs at the time. Well, I'll put them on blast. Scott Livengood and he's the only name I have. Two CFOs. They had been managing earnings since the 1990s. They started to kind of like cook the books a little bit to make it look like they were selling more than they actually were for the stockholders. Sales are taking a dip. And you know who he blames? The Atkins diet.
Oh, the Atkins diet took a lot of heat. Can't say I didn't dilly-dally with that one.
Oh, sure. I was a South Beach diet gal.
Okay. I remember buying I want a sweet treat. I have 4 options in the Atkins aisle.
Oh, yeah.
They were pretty good, but yeah, I
We
definitely...
mentioned that on the pod before. There's a really sad section of the grocery store that's like hot fudge, ranch dressing, like Velveeta cheese, all somehow 0 calories. It's like 0 calorie ranch dressing. I don't know. It's like all poison. But yeah, Atkins, I guess the sweet treat market took a hit in
There's
the
still
early 2000s.
there's still some remnants of the low carb, like Breyers, I think. One of the ice creams still has a low carb ice cream and low carb bars. You can still...
We would always have Skinny Cow in the fridge. Remember
Cow.
Skinny Cow ice cream sandwiches?
Remember Snackwells?
Yeah, Devil's Food cookie.
It's healthy. I can have the whole box. It's like 1 calorie less than a normal cookie.
100 calorie packs. It was like, so I'm going to eat 4 of them
4
instead of
packs?
like
So
just
that's
one
400.
delicious thing.
Oh.
May 2016, Jab Holding. I mean, what a name. Jab Holding for a private firm. Jab Holding.
No.
They buy Krispy Kreme for $1.35 billion. Jab Holding also owns Pete's Coffee. They also own Panera. They own Caribou Coffee, Einstein Brothers, and Bruegger's Bagels.
I'm torn on this portfolio.
I know, it's a little all over the place.
Bruegger's is not the best bagel. It is the only bagel at since CVG Airport in Cincinnati. So when I landed,
never heard of Bruegger's. This is
it's
Midwest
like not the best, but it's like, and the line's always really long and you can mobile order, but it doesn't come any faster. So then you're just trapped if you mobile order. You can't change your mind.
This is really helpful information for people who are flying out of the specific airport and want a bagel.
The Delta terminal at the CVG airport. Bruegger's is right next to Wendy's, just so you know. That's where I do my ice-capade anytime I land or leave Cincinnati. And there's now a Skyline there that used to be a McDonald's.
Great.
That's all you need to know. And they're one of the only Skylines that sell breakfast. So if you want, when you leave at 5 a.m, you can get a Skyline, like an egg burrito.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Is it good?
I've never gotten it.
Oh, wow. Go for it. So now it's a private company again. It's not on the stock market. They don't have to satisfy their stakeholders. And they build out what they call a hub and spoke model. So they're using stores as the production hubs, and they're delivering fresh donuts daily to a vast network of access points. So this is where we start to have like the factory stores, and then we're just like, you buy the donuts that are made several times during the day, but you don't have like the on-site factory, which is, it's really
That's all we want.
expensive.
I mean, you putting fresh donuts in a grocery store, you're not the only one that does that.
Exactly.
That's not inventing anything.
There's always been in like the grocery store, that section, the boxes with the donuts.
Yeah.
Like we know where to get donuts.
Yeah.
We're not like can't find them.
I don't know if you'll get to this, but I feel like it was either last year or the year before. They did some sort of push to let you know, hey, just so you know, the donuts that you get at Ralph's now, we've learned how to make them taste more fresh like the donuts in the store. It was like a whole moment where they're like, now they're better, now they're good.
I don't
Ralph's.
like when companies use "we used to be gross, sweet changed" as part of their marketing. I find that to be like unsatisfying.
We're going to be honest. They haven't been good in a long
screwed up.
time.
Yeah, like pizza places like Domino's did that.
Yeah.
Yeah, pizza places will do that.
Burger King recently did that.
Yeah, I find that to be, it's like, don't admit that you sucked.
Not going to lie, though. Stopped at a Burger King this week. That is unusual for me.
That feels out of character.
I was headed home after going to a movie by myself.
What movie?
Went and saw Disclosure Day at the Vista.
Who are you? Movie alone? Burger King?
Movie alone, 7:45 p.m. Get out at 10. Nothing's open. Still hungry. Yes, I know it's too late to eat. Got Burger King. Got their classic chicken sandwich.
Okay.
Remember that thing?
The long one?
The long one.
Yeah, I used to like that long one. No mayo, barbecue sauce. I would get it.
No, I get it plain. And if I'm going to put mayo on it, I'll do it at home. Because it'll be cold mayo and not your hot mayo. And even when I was putting in the mobile order, I was like, this is going to suck. What a weird sandwich. It was so abnormally juicy. It's clearly like processed chicken.
Yeah.
But it was
like
almost
biting into a water balloon.
It was like biting into a freshly used sponge. It was like so saturated with chicken juice. It's like running down my chin.
Oh my God.
But it was crispy.
Was it good?
I didn't hate it.
Oh, wow.
I didn't hate it to the point where
Burger King is back. John Glover, quote.
I didn't.
Burger King is back.
Burger King is back. I didn't hate it to the point where last night I was driving home and in my head I was like, maybe I'll get Burger King after we record tomorrow. So I may get Burger King when I leave here today.
Wow,
undecided.
back-to-back Burger King.
Back-to-back Burger King.
Wild. Let's keep marching down the timeline. So now July 2021, they reopen as D-Nut on the stock exchange. The company's carrying $1.2 billion in debt, which is, I never understand this with companies. You can just be like $1 billion in debt and you're like, we're chugging along.
I never understand that either. And when they're like, we lose $400 million a year. It's like, what? How are you?
How are you functioning?
Yeah.
Netflix, like $30 billion in debt. Still, we're just like, they're still cranking out movies.
Yeah. I don't know if it's like they're getting money from banks that believe that it'll turn around or how that really works. And I assume that the president is still making quite a nice paycheck.
It's insane.
I don't get it.
I don't understand how it works.
I don't know how business works.
We can run up quite a tab on our company card.
I know that I did spend a little of our money yesterday. I wanted an American backdrop.
That is cute for the big 250.
Technically our 4th of July episode.
Do you remember this? March 2024, the McDonald's deal.
Oh, yes. They collabed with McDonald's.
Yes.
McDonald's was like, I think both companies are like, this is going to change our fortunes.
Right.
Like, it is like, oh my God, is there a better collab in the world?
Wild.
Fizzle, fuzzle, diddle, daddle.
Hazinga City.
Went nowhere.
The plan was for Krispy Kreme donuts to be fresh and in all 13,500 plus U.S. McDonald's by the end of 2026. They say, McDonald's has a sweet breakfast gap. So they were trying to fill the gap. They say Krispy Kreme, this is a natural partnership. We can have the deliveries come in several times a day. The donuts will be fresh. And it was a total flop.
Yeah.
It turned out, as they realized about a year later, the costs of the daily fresh delivery to thousands of McDonald's, the trucks, the logistics, the staffing, it far outpaced the demand. And Krispy Kreme, they just like basically pulled the plug. They were like, dip. They paused the expansion. They suspended it. They withdrew it. And then stock fell to around $3. I think I'm like, why did that not work?
Should have put all my money into Krispy Kreme. I feel like they're going to have a comeback
in May 2025. Where were you buying Krispy Kreme stock?
And you know that decision was not made lightly. If I know one thing about McDonald's is when they have a new item on the menu, that has been in testing for like 7 years.
Oh yeah, 10,000 people have given that the green light.
They've probably been talking about this deal since 1937, since that little twink was on the corner smoking a cigarette.
Absolutely.
Like, we're going to hit you up about doing a collab sometime in the next 100 years.
Exactly. The CEO, Charles Worth, he tried to like play it off. He was like, the Krispy Kreme was just a small non-material part of our breakfast business. He like tried to like play it off like, I didn't even really care and I wasn't that invested in it. And so.
Oh my God, scared me to death. Ask who it is.
That was such a scary knock.
I thought you were turning 40.
It sounded like he was knocking with like a grappling hook or something. It was like no, it was a Grim Reaper, like the.
I hurt my
sickle.
knuckles.
Need an ice pack.
I need a chicky sandwich from Burger King.
This is now your new thing. You're going to be like, babe.
If I'm being completely honest, Marissa, it was buy one, get one free. I had 2 chicken sandwiches. And they were both wet.
Did you eat them back to back?
Yeah, I ate one in the car on the drive home. I did take the bun off of, half of the bun off one. I was like, this is a lot of bun.
Then you don't even have the bun to like absorb the juice.
I had I had the bottom bun, not that big top bun. Top bun, merch.
So you're going to get 2 chicken sandwiches at 1 p.m. today?
I'm either going to get 2 chicken sandwiches or Del Taco. I have a coupon for a buy one, get one free chicken quesadilla.
Oh.
I'm either getting 2 chicken quesadillas or 2 chicken sandwiches when I leave here now. Del Taco is more tempting because they have ice. Burger King doesn't.
Why doesn't Burger King have ice? It's behind the counter.
Taken away.
They hide it. Yeah. They hide it. While we're talking about Hazingas, the McDonald's Hazinga, here's just a little funny Hazinga that they did. In February of 2015, Krispy Kreme branch was promoting a children's like half term of the school year event called Krispy Kreme Club Wednesday.
Okay.
Crispy, K, cream. You see where I'm going. A donut decorating activity for kids. They posted that on Facebook. The post abbreviated the event name as KKK Wednesday.
God, that's rough.
Nobody caught it. They hit post, went viral immediately. Krispy Kreme had to respond and apologize, canceling the event, pulling all the marketing, launching an internal investigation. How did this happen, you guys?
At least
we can't.
At least they didn't embrace it and make a little like donut with like a hood.
At least they didn't do that.
At least they didn't do that.
They didn't do that.
Hey, we didn't do that.
They have a couple of Hazingas under their belt. But now, so the company, their last news beat was in 2025, about a year ago. Oh my God, June 24th, 2025. That was a year, 2 days ago.
Wow.
Their partnership with McDonald's officially ended. So they're kind of coming through like, they're kind of in a tough spot right now. They're not at their peak. They're not soaring and sailing. Now that the hubbub has died down, I think people think maybe they're like a little overrated. There's so many other sweet treat options out now. There's other like trendier desserts people want to try. That's like the viral TikTok unicorn frappuccino, whatever. I think the humble little Krispy Kreme can't keep up.
I think they'll power through. And as someone on the Krispy Kreme official team survey, I think we're going to be okay.
Okay.
I like to end each of my surveys with that, even though it's not part of the survey. I just write that in.
I think we're going to be okay.
Hey, I assume his name's Roger, whoever's reading these. Hey, Roger, I think we're going to be okay.
Roger is a great stand-in for just anybody
corporate donut
person.
Man. Roger, listen, I don't think I know a Roger. My best friend Roger writes me after hearing this. Hello, best friend Roger. No, I do think they're going to be okay because I don't think they're trying. What is great about them is they are classic and trendy at the same time.
Yes.
They will have a Star Wars donut, but they're always going to have their trieds and true. And I think keep your head down. You'll be fine.
Yes, I agree. The classics are so good, but if you like the novelty or if you have kids and you like the ones with like the sprinkles and the dibs and dabs, you're in a good time right now if you're near Krispy Kreme. We have the current seasonal collection, which came out June 16th, a handful of days ago. Key lime pie filled lemon bar, original glazed strawberry cake, and a cannoli inspired one. There's also the 4th of July collection that came out 3 days ago, the USA donut, which was a cookies and cream filled red icing, patriotic stars, firework donut, an original glaze with icing and gold glitter. You get a free regular glaze if you show up wearing red, white, and blue on July 4th. No purchase required.
They're always throwing you a free donut. I do think from an outside point of view, I know that they do things with, maybe you have to pay it. You probably have to pay for them. I don't know if you get a discount. I do feel like they're always trying to do things with like local schools and charity. And I feel like they donate donuts to a lot of things. I feel like they do good community work.
They have good community partnerships. And in doing this research, I was like, I need to look into this because we're always doing like fundraising at the elementary school. I'm like, we need to, because they do give back a lot to the community. So for that is great. If you want to open a Krispy Kreme, they are franchises. And I'll say, I did look into this a few years ago. I was like, that would be kind of like, what does that look like to own a Krispy Kreme?
You're going to be a donut maiden. I would say to open a Krispy Kreme franchise, I'm going to have to put, I'm going to go high. I'm going to say $240,000 to get started.
Well, that will be for the box shop. That is the one with no on-site baking and the deliveries from larger facilities.
If I want the whole kit and caboodle, I'm in this thing for $750,000 to $1.5 million.
Well, yeah, the big factory store, the Hot Light Theater as it's called,
Yeah.
the full-scale production facility is $1.2 million to $4.3 million. That will vary depending on your location. I mean, yeah, if you're like in Times Square versus who knows where.
Sharonville, Ohio.
Exactly. That might be on the lower end.
I would hope that is on the lower end. We just got an Arby's.
I wonder if any of our listeners are franchisee owners. That sounds like that might be fun.
That sounds hard. Everything sounds hard. Like I am always been like, God, you guys do this every morning. Like you go to look at a bakery and they have like 75 things. They've been there since 3 a.m. making each of those things. It seems anything food related. Mm-hmm. I love the people that are passionate for it because I definitely don't have that passion. It seems like a grueling life. Yeah,
right. Yeah. We asked our local bakery around the corner at what time they get there. They said they get there at 3 a.m. And at the end, you're like, you see how much work and care goes into, especially like a local place, to pay $6 for like a slice of cake. You're like, that's worth it. I didn't have to get up early for this.
I guess,
but 7 different ingredients.
It's also like you eat one and they're like, did you love it? And you're like, it's okay. It's like, oh, okay, good. It's like, there's not as much like appreciation, I feel like.
You know who you would appreciate if they asked you that at Burger King? Did you like the chicken sandwich? John, you're back. You were here last night, weren't you?
John, I want you to know we made it extra wet just for you. Thank you. It's like I feel like when I'm eating it, I'm like the alien in Aliens. So we're just constantly having that like drool coming out of its mouth. That would be perfect because that little mouth could come out and eat that second sandwich too. Oof. Merch. That would be a cute t-shirt.
Keep us posted about your lunch plans. That's it for Krispy Kreme, John. You know the history. You know the donuts. Are they on or off brand for you? I feel like I know the answer.
This is a rock hard on brand for me. I have the app. I'm part of the team. I feel like it's biased that I'm even doing this episode. Conflict of interest.
True.
Let me just say, I hope you like those 4th of July donuts. You're welcome.
Did you weigh in?
I honestly don't remember. I do it so half-heartedly. Yeah, hard on brand for me. Krispy Kreme, if you're worried that you're not doing well, stick to your guns. You're doing a great job. Love your branding. Love your product. 2 thumbs up. 10
out of 10. I've never had, even like where you'll be like, it wasn't the freshest.
That is another thing. Unless you get it from the grocery store and that's like, there's something about Krispy Kreme. Sometimes you get it and the next day they're still hard and glazy. Yes. And you can flick it and they crack. And then other days they're sweaty and all the glaze has melted.
I can't have it after the glaze has melted.
Me neither. They're like dead donuts to me. And I don't know if it's the humidity. I can't pinpoint exactly what makes that happen. That's a good point.
It might be the humidity because it re-moistens the glaze. It reactivates the glaze.
It's got to be that crispy, like you can flick it and it'll break glaze.
But even then, I'm not like, oh, Krispy Kreme, you're not fresh 2 days later. Like I know as soon as they come off the line, it's a time, it's a clock. And if I have them the next day, pop them in the microwave, that'll give it a little bit of like the substance and bring it back a little bit to its youth. But I've never once had one where I'm like, not the best. And been like, man, Krispy Kreme is really falling off. Never, not once. I'm always so happy, so consistent.
Super, super consistent. Maybe something to work on is at least the one in Burbank. It's not like it's a restaurant. It's like a pretty big restaurant. They have like 10 booths. It's not a place I ever see anyone hanging out. Maybe like one family will be in there.
Yeah.
It's not a destination to like hang. Maybe
you're looking to make Krispy Kreme in Burbank your third space.
Maybe that's where I go to do some of my writing for the pod.
Do they have free Wi-Fi?
Maybe.
Every time the light goes on, you're like, go back up to there.
It's 1822. Clippity clop. I mean, I'd rather work there than Taco Bell.
Does Krispy Kreme has ice, right?
They've got pellet ice. They have good ice. The other thing that they here, I don't know, probably not everywhere because I don't think these are everywhere. The Krispy Kreme here has co-branded with Coffee Bean and Tea Leaf. So they
That's
sell
right, yes.
blendeds, which are like very sweet frappuccinos.
Mhm.
And I've always been so like, oh my God, who's getting like a donut and a milkshake?
Yeah.
Maybe you're going just for one or the other, but they offer it to you. You're like, I have a dozen donuts. You don't know they're just for me, but they are. And they're like, would you like a milkshake with that? And I'm like, the f*** are you talking about?
I need like a V8
Yeah,
with this.
give me a head of lettuce. Like, I need something not sweet, please.
Totally.
So there's a couple things they could probably tweak,
Sure.
but all in all,
Heck, bring back sandwiches.
bring back a sandwich.
A club sandwich with like 3 like super thin donut slices in between.
Oh my God, a
That'd be
Big
good.
Mac with all donut, an all donut Big Mac.
Long chicken sandwich.
I would
2
definitely
donuts.
get a Tendy donut Krispy Kreme sandwich.
While you're going to Burger King, take a couple glazes, make your hybrid,
I didn't
give it a
think about that.
shot.
On such a low rent piece of chicken, though. I mean, there's not one bird in that plank. Thank God, because your chickens will get all mad.
It's all feet. It's all
What if-
toenails and ears.
What if you get your chickens and I bring one of my chickie sandwiches over and they stop peeping?
and they're like, Mama?
Mama. All right, well, there you go. Very fun, all-American brand Krispy Kreme. Another one in the books. Before we go, I definitely want to give a shout out to, let's say, 5 Freaks of the Week. If you don't know what a Freak of the Week is, why, that's just one of our more loyal listeners who happen to subscribe to Instagram. Unfortunately, Instagram is your only path to being a Freak of the Week, other than buying me gifts or just writing us and saying, my friend's sad, we make them Freak of the Week. But the main way to get there is to look on our Instagram on Wednesdays. I do a puzzle. If you can solve that puzzle and let us know what our brand is going to be that week, I add you to our Wheel of Freaks, which I spend 5 times every week, and give 5 shout outs. And these are those lucky people. Carrie Tully or Tooley, Alex Hill, Jordan Shoemaker, Drew, and Gina. So thank you guys so much for playing the Insta Egg. Thanks for getting it right. I hope you're enjoying that. I enjoy making them. If you're not on Instagram, think about jumping on there. We put a lot of supplemental materials on there. Marisa makes a poster for every episode. I do the Insta Egg every Wednesday. There's a lot of expanded on brand on Instagram. And if you're not already following us on YouTube, please do that too. Let's see where we're at. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers by August 8th when I leave for Iceland. And right now we are at, a new message. I won't read it right now. Right now we are at 872. So we need 100 and whatever that is, 28, 38 subscribers in the next month. It is absolutely free to subscribe. It really doesn't hurt you at all. And I know we have 100 people out there that haven't subscribed. So go to YouTube, look up On Brand, the podcast, and click subscribe. It's as easy as that.
You can also watch the episode. So
you can watch me sweat.
Watch me eat a donut.
Watch her chow down on a donut.
While we're giving shout outs, I'd like to shout out a lovely listener who left us a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts. We have Hannah Banana Anana says, revelatory, Filet-O-Fish, Martinelli's, Mrs. C's. I feel like this podcast explains me. Thank you, Hannah Banana Anana. We love you and thank you so much for your kind words. Thank you for listening to the pod. If you haven't left us a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts, please do. It boosts the show. It boosts morale. Check us out on Instagram. Yes.
Before you continue wrapping up, I did check that YouTube comment.
And?
It's worth reading.
What is it?
This is from Bepo2814. I'm both flabbergasted and enraged that Marisa was completely unfamiliar with the Lazarus poem. What the f***, Marisa? Thank you. I agree.
You know what? Bring it up to my 7th grade history teacher. Okay. I got places to be.
Okay.
Check us out on Instagram at On Brand the Pod, TikTok at On Brand the Podcast. Check us out on YouTube, On Brand Podcast. You'll find it. If it's us, it's us.
YouTube is On Brand the Podcast.
On Brand the Podcast on YouTube. Play John's Insta Egg game. Chat with him in bed, in jeans, with peeps, eating a long chicken sandwich.
Or 2.
Or 2.
I kind of want to stack them. Have them be real thick. A real thick processed brick of poultry.
And with that, we'll be back next week with an all-new episode. Throwing it to you, John. John?
Just remember, we may go off brand.
Huh?
Is that right?
Nope.
Nope. Remember, we may go off topic. We'll always be on brand.
Bye.
Bye.
Shop the Sherwin-Williams 4th of July sale and get 30% off paints and stains June 26th through July 6th. Whether you're refreshing your interior or exterior, we've got the colors to bring your vision to life. And with delivery, getting everything to your door is easier than ever. Shop online to have it delivered or visit your neighborhood Sherwin-Williams store. Click the banner to learn more. Retail sales only. Some exclusions apply. See store for details. Delivery available on qualifying orders.